I am live. Hello, hello, hello. I am Keishan, your human resource. I help people see the possibilities in what they think is impossible. I am disrupting HR, disrupting leadership, and disrupting you with another live. And I am going to be talking about how well organizations are performing. Um, And actually, I read an article from the Harvard Business Review, um, and the article was written by David Burkus about high performing teams. And one of the things that he stated was he gave three common themes, evidence based themes that have been supported by decades of research in this space, and that the three common areas for organizations are common understanding, psychological safety, and pro social purpose. So, what does that mean? So, common understanding is this. And earlier this week, I did a live and I talked about staff members or employees who are operating in their gifts and talents. Not every organization hires with the intent of fostering those gifts and talents. What they will do is they will have a position, and in that role, in that position, that's where you fit. Your gifts, your talents, your strengths may not be noticed because you are in a box, the box that they want you in. Um, and so at the end of the day, when you, as an employee, or I'll just speak for myself, being in an organization where my strengths, all of my strengths, or the ones that were dominant, were not able to be demonstrated and able to be performed, then you don't perform at your optimum level. The second one is psychological safety. So, what is psychological safety? That is when you feel comfortable speaking, you can ask questions, maybe even challenge some things in a respectful way, or um, being able to make a mistake and not being condemned. So, if you are in a safe space where you can do those things, that is an indicator that you are in a high performing organization. And the last one is pro social purpose. That means, as an employee, do you feel that you are truly making a positive impact on the organization and really uh, in society? So, are you thriving in your God given gifts and talents? So, if you've answered yes, then again, more than likely you are working in a high performing organization. And the beauty in knowing how to identify high performing teams is again through evidence based research that has spanned decades in different methods of gathering the data. So, when it comes to new employees, joining organizations that are struggling, you could be in for a rude awakening. When the realization sets in that there's a struggle, that there are deficiencies within the organization that you once thought was your utopia. For leaders within an organization, that's an even greater challenge because if you're in a leadership role, then it's different from coming in. You actually are responsible for people. And the learning curve is learning the culture of the organization. In addition to learning the culture, now you need to learn about your staff members. What are their strengths? What are their abilities? Um, how are you going to best guide them? And an identifier for future success is when the leader of that organization is genuinely concerned about the employees, their well being, their strengths, and then should fortify those roles within the organization or fortify those strengths. And I gave an example of the CEO of Cherry Health Systems in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Tasha Blackman. I interviewed her for my podcast, and what she shared with me in her role as a leader, and she was actually responsible for she is responsible for literally thousands of people, different sites across the state, and is one of the largest healthcare systems of its kind in the state of Michigan. And so, what she has successfully been able to do over a period of time, because she values employees, is that she actually scheduled time, put time on her calendar to meet with each and every employee. That is, I won't say it's unheard of, but that's not a common practice these days, especially in large organizations. But she took the time because she knew the importance of it. And I also like to make reference to the former CEO of Southwest Airlines. And he, when he was in his role from the very beginning until he retired, he was found connecting with his employees. Many times he would help load planes and unload planes if there was a backup or some type of delay. He got involved. Why? Because that was just the type of leader he was. He did not separate himself from his staff members. And again, Southwest literally have hubs or different bays around the country. But he, when he was president and CEO, he made it a point because he valued his employees. So I said all that to say this: in organizations that are not high performing, there tends to be higher turnover and higher job dissatisfaction. And I talked about job dissatisfaction in a previous live. However, the key is identifying these gaps in performance, which ultimately falls on the leader. It is up to every leader, CEO, leader of a department, leader of a team, to identify what's happening within their realm of responsibility. When you identify the gaps, that's good. That is a key to a swift turnaround, leading to a new road of improving organizational performance. That is all that I have with you or have for you. I hope this was beneficial, especially in the space that I'm in now, where I actually make organizational assessments. I can assess organizations and even individuals. Maybe there's an individual who may not quite be performing. They don't know why. And sometimes it's because maybe they're in the wrong role. Everybody has strengths and abilities, gifts and talents that God has blessed them with. However, the leadership in the organization sometimes don't have those resources or tools to help those individuals get in the space that works best for the organization, the optimal functioning of the organization. So again, that is all that I have to share with you. I hope this was beneficial. Please like, subscribe, invite somebody to watch. And if nothing else, I hope this was beneficial to you. Maybe you're in the space where you're looking to transition like I did. But again, take care. I am Keishan, your human resource. I help people see the possibilities in what they think is impossible. I am disrupting HR, disrupting leadership, and disrupting you. Take care. God bless.